I have no idea how to do this, but I am going to swap out these handlebars on this electric bike. So I've got my homemade bike stand holding the bike up from tipping over. You can see that these bars are pretty straight, and when I ride, my wrist, the natural resting position of my wrist is kind of turned back a little bit. So when I do it like this, I'm having a little bit of pain after a few miles. Today I'm going to install these handlebars. They have a little bit of a return on them. I'm hoping it'll be a little bit easier on my wrist. And my resting position should be like this instead of like this. There's a lot of controls here. I've got my front and rear brakes. I've got my controller for the e-bike part. I've got a throttle. I've got my computer. I got a headlight. I got my gear selector, and I got a GoPro mount. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I think what I'm going to do is loosen these up here, take the handlebars off, set them down, and then I'll try to transition everything from the old handlebar to the new handlebar, working from the inside out, because I don't want to forget to put anything on. So all right, let's do it. I have a set of Allen wrenches that I bought for working on bikes, and it really makes a big difference. I can't say as though they're good or bad. I don't really have anything to compare them to, but they seem to work fine. Wasn't really sure how to even order handlebars because they have this, I don't know. I don't know if there's a unique size or whether it's a universal setup, but I just ordered what I thought was right. So that's what I'm going with. I might get these on there and maybe it won't be right. I think those are going to be all right, actually. They might be a little narrower than these. It's hard to tell. Get the grips on them. Might be about 2 inches narrower. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This is the part that goes into the mirror. So what happens is when you tighten this screw up, this pulls in and then this expands, and that's what holds it inside the handlebars. All right, now we'll take this brake lever off. There's some wires here that have plugs on them. This is for the brakes and the electric motor. Okay, so far so good. Got another Allen wrench here. So I'm not really taking these apart, I'm just loosening them up, sliding them off. I need to slide this off, but this cord is only so long, so I gotta take this camera mount off that I have on here. Loosen it up anyway. Everything should just slide off together. Apparently I did good when I ordered this because this one says 31.8 and that one says 31.8. So, and then we got a plug here. We'll unplug this. And then this whole thing should just slide off in theory. Okay, just like that. I gotta take this apart and then stretch it over this or take it all back off. So I'm gonna try doing it this way. Okay, It went pretty good actually. Throttle. I've got brakes. Slide everything down so it fits. Bringing the handlebars right to the end here. We got our grip on. We'll have to tighten all this up. We got our throttle right here. We have our controller right here. So now we got our brake here. We'll tighten this all up in a minute. Something tells me I got this on upside down. The wording's on the bottom. I'm going to flip it around, I think. We'll see at the end there when I power it up. It'll probably be on backwards, but I'm going to flip it around. That seems like it's better already, so I think that's the right way to do it. Go ahead and put these screws back in before I lose them. Green to green. We'll do the other side. So far, it's way more comfortable. All right, let's get started on the other side. Now you can really see the difference in the angle of the bars. So if we put these up like that, you can see how much farther back they are. They're about to, I thought they were a little bit shorter, and they might still be, but they're pretty close. Okay, we have everything on. We have grip, we have brake, we have throttle, we have controller keypad, we have controller head, we have headlight, we have shifter, brakes, grip. So now I'll go ahead and get everything tightened up and get it in a spot that I think is comfortable. And then we'll see where we're at. You know, the one thing about getting old and you lose your eyesight, my God, it is not fun at all when you can't see what you're doing. Grips are on, grips are tight, brakes, throttle, controller keypad, controller screen. Let's see if this actually comes on. There we go. Okay. I think we're working. Headlight works. And then this is the tail light, and then you have the brake light. All right, let's see what happens. Ooh, these are going to be nice. Lucy. Oh, these things. I bet you they're very similar to your bike. They weren't too hard to install either. I mean, they were a little bit of a pain in the neck, but not bad. Not bad for like $30 or whatever they were. I think they were $29 handlebars. So.
Listen, if they make it feel better so your hands don't fall asleep.
Yeah. Yeah, because my hands used to be straight and I was leaning on my thumbs all the time. Now I'm going to be back here like old man, fat guy position. Now we're just cruising. You know, when you get older, it's all about comfort. It's not really about, style or even speed at that point. I'm just happy I make it.
A good pair of sweatpants any day.
Yeah, I'm just happy I make it back.
True.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to take it for a little test ride.
Good.
I got to get my helmet on though.
Yes.
No.
Safety first.
Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Anybody that's ever ridden an electric bike and tries to explain it to somebody who's never ridden an electric bike, it's really hard to explain. You still have to pedal. It just makes you like the bionic man. You still have to pedal, you still have to switch gears. It still gets hard when you go up a hill, and your pedal stroke just propels you farther. So it's kind of weird. You still get a good workout. All right, handlebars are good. Everything feels good. The bike feels super comfortable. I have an upright riding position now instead of leaning forward trying to reach for handlebars. The only thing I forgot to do, forgot to put my mirror on, so I'm gonna have to do that when I get home. Riding on the road without a mirror is just asking for trouble. All right. So we're on pretty much flat ground. We're doing 16 miles an hour. I'm on level 2 of 5. So this is a class 2 bike, which means it won't go over 20 while you're pedaling. All right, I guess that's it for this episode. If you're not comfortable on your e-bike and you want to just kind of wish you had different handlebars on it, pretty easy to change on your own. Took me about an hour total, so not too bad. Thanks for watching.